So coming in at number 5 for me is Ndamukong Suh. Obviously, he had a 5-sack season last season. He's one of the best players out of his position, and he's a beast. He's a beast. He gets so many tackles for loss. He made huge plays against the Bills, and that deflection on 3rd and I think 3 in overtime. He was one of the best players last season. I think the best game he had was the Saturday Night Football game against the Jets. It was obviously a December game. He came to play, and he definitely made sure we won that game. He closed it out with a strong defensive fourth quarter. He had a great first half, and Ndamukong Suh is one of the best players in the NFL. He's one of the best on the Miami Dolphins roster. Coming in at my number 4 spot, and he really could have ranked number 1 on this list. Obviously, he's been the face of the franchise for a very long time, and that is Cameron Wake. Now, Cameron Wake is one of the best players in franchise history. He really is. He had 11 sacks this past season. He had 5 forced fumbles. He should have won Comeback Player of the Year. He got snubbed for it. I'm still upset about that. But it was a hard wrestle for him. 3, 2, and 1. It really was. And he made a lot. Don't get me wrong. He made a ton of impact plays. But I think this next player on my list just made a little bit more game-deciding plays for the 2016 season, and that's why he ranked higher. But then again, guys, he could have ranked anywhere on this list. He could have ranked number 1. And at number 3 on my list is Ryan Tannehill. And now Cameron Wake made so many plays. Don't get me wrong. Cameron Wake obviously had 11 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. He had a heck of a year. But Tannehill underratedly made so many game-winning plays, especially against division rivals like the Bills with that fourth quarter touchdown to seal the game. He plays against the Steelers. I mean, I think he had 5 fourth quarter comebacks or not game-winning drives, but comebacks. 5 fourth quarter comebacks for a quarterback is ridiculous in one season. Tannehill, I mean, he made so many great plays. And he had a great first year under Adam Gase. I mean, the Chargers game, he put the team on his back. He had a lot of those, the play against the home game against the Bills. It was the 3rd and I think 8 or 6 or something like that, and he rolls out and finds Jarvis for a first down. He made so many plays for the Dolphins franchise, and I think that's why I put him number 3. Just a little bit ahead of Cameron Wake is because of how many game-deciding plays he made. I think he made a little bit more than Cameron Wake did. That's the only reason I put him higher than Wake. Obviously, Wake has been the face of the franchise for a while. I just thought Tannehill made a little bit more game-deciding plays than Wake did. Okay, so coming in at number 2 on my list is the heart and the soul of the Dolphins franchise, and I almost put him 1 just because of that. But in terms of season performances, I had to put him at number 2, and that is Jarvis Juice Landry. Now, Jarvis Landry is the heart and the soul of this offense. He's a tone setter. He's he's the best slot receiver in the NFL. It's not even close. Jarvis is a beast. He takes the game as serious as a diehard Dolphins fan would if he was playing on the football field. And I love him. I love him for it. I love him talking smack to the Patriots. I love him for everything that he is. He's such a great player. And you just gotta love his passion for the game. And his will to fight. I mean, that's one of the reasons he's such a great player. I mean, a perfect example of that is when he bounced off like 3 Patriots and got in the end zone before half. And just the emotion. He's a great player. And I almost put him 1 because of that, because he does bleed aqua and white and orange. He really does. And I hope he's a Dolphin for life, because he seriously is the heart and soul of this franchise. So that is why he almost was 1 because of it. But in terms of season performances, I had to put this guy at number 1. So coming in at number 1, I have J-Train himself, Ajayi. Now, the only reason he got number 1 was because, obviously, he had a lot of put the team on his back plays. He got the offense an identity. He got the offense on track. He really gave the Dolphins team an identity, which has been a problem for so many years on this Dolphins offense. Obviously, he proved that he's the franchise running back for years to come. Ajayi obviously had 4 200-yard performances, and that alone should put him top 3 on many people's list. He's one of the best at his position. He had 900 yards after contact. He had 8 touchdowns. I mean, he's just an absolute beast, and that is why J-Train finished number 1 on my list. And this was one heck of a year for the Miami Dolphins. And it was one of the funnest years in recent memory to watch this team. And we have such a good team, and it's so I'm so excited for the future of this Dolphins football team. And that's gonna be it, guys. Let me know what your top 5 is. I know we're not gonna agree on this. I know people are gonna have their difference, but that's the point. And I love having conversations with you guys. So just let me know your top 5 list down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one.